Did you know that there are over 7,000 styles of karate? Most people don't even know that there is more than one, which is understandable because they all look the same. But which style of karate is best for fighting and self-defense? Check it out.
So karate sucks for fighting and self-defense. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way so everyone can start commenting before they even watch. Everyone thought I had some kind of hate on for Aikido specifically, but I think everything kind of sucks in some way or another. So in this video, I'll tell you why I think karate sucks.
What's up, karate nerds? I'm Jesse from karatebyjesse.com, aka the Karate Nerd. But the best channel on YouTube for self-defense is Hard to Hurt. But Icy Mike says that karate is shit for self-defense. How can this be true when we have seen him utilizing karate techniques in his fighting style? Check it out.
Everyone that's watched me fight or seen me spar can obviously see there's some sort of traditional martial art influence in my own personal fighting style. But that's my sport-based stuff. My first love, my main chick, is self-defense. Karate spends a lot of time doing shit that's not really related to fighting. All martial arts do this. In Muay Thai, they cast spells before every fight. And in boxing, they've got a speed bag. And in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they sit around sharing BJJ memes. But training time is a finite thing, and karate spends way too much of it on nonsense like kata.
The old masters of karate beg to disagree. You see, in this video, I want to share one ancient secret from Okinawa, the birthplace of karate, so that you can apply your kata in a real fight. Check it out.
Yeah, no, I don't believe any of that. Chambering your fist to your hip, I don't believe that it really means that you're pulling the other guy or you're grabbing your sword or you're grabbing the other guy's sword. Any kind of imaginary choreography that you and Michael Jai White can come up with. At best, that was probably some device they used to try to teach people to throw from the hip and to turn their punches over for power. And it just stuck because, in ancient times, information didn't travel around that well.
But what about Kyokushin? Check it out.
Yeah, Kyokushin is okay, I guess. If we're talking about the sport or training for that sport, it's sort of like paintball. Like, no one wants to watch it except for people that play themselves. And if we're talking about fighting or self-defense, it just is missing one really big important piece of the puzzle. And it doesn't have to have ground fighting. Not every martial art can be everything. But if you're a striking-based martial art, you remove punches to the face? This match sort of represents everything I think is wrong with Kyokushin as a fighting or self-defense base. The Kyokushin guy is bigger, stronger, more powerful, and I think relatively more skilled, plus they're fighting in his rule style. The Muay Thai guy is much smaller and sort of average in skill. He's okay, and he's just hammering the Kyokushin guy with all his hardest shots to the body. Just hard kicks, hard punches, and the Kyokushin guy is just like eating it. It's like he's kicking a fucking tree, and the guy is clearly intimidated by how ineffective his strikes are. Then the Kyokushin guy takes what looks like maybe a finger in the eye, or he got poked or hit some kind of way in the face, and instantly stops. Then the ref steps in because the Kyokushin guy touches his face, which means, hey, stop the fight. Anyway, they get the fight back underway, and it's more of the same. Muay Thai guy unable to even hurt the Kyokushin guy, who just seems just too strong and powerful until he gets a little punch in the face. And it's not even a full power punch. It was a punch off of a kick, which can have some oomph into it, but we're not talking about a punch that's any harder than a punch that you might take in sparring. His instinct that's been programmed into him is to stop fighting once you're punched in the face. That's a problem. This certified badass who could absorb full power shots to his body without even flinching takes a half power shot to the face and basically dies. One of the most important things you can learn when it comes to fighting or self-defense is like how to take a punch and keep your composure. He sits on the mat, and the mat is flooded with people coming to check on him because he got punched in the face a little bit. The rule set and context that he operates in conditioned him to be that way. That's a conditioned response, and it's the wrong one. Back to the paintball example. At one point, I was playing a lot of paintball. I was also operating on a SWAT team. I created this instinct. Whenever I got hit, I'd do like this and walk off. We're doing force-on-force training, and I got hit with a sim round in the leg, and I was like, you got me, and I walked off. Well, we didn't train that happened. The good guys, when they got hit, they weren't out. You weren't out. You kept fighting until, the scenario ends or the instructor decides or whatever. But you don't take hits and go, oh, I guess I'm done. And that's what this guy did. He got hit one time and was like, oh, guess I'm done.
But Icy Mike, though you make a compelling and rational argument about the discrepancies between sport application and reality of self-defense, if you're not down with karate as a fighting system, I've got 2 words for you.
Yeah, I know. Lyoto Machida.
Check it out.
Those are the first 2 words anyone wants to throw out as soon as you start saying that karate's not good for fighting. And let me tell you something. Little Lyoto Machida, his parents could have signed him up for fucking ballet and he would still beat your ass using ballet. This is the same with any of the other guys who incorporate karate or karate style movements into their fighting style, like Wonder Boy or Conor McGregor. Notice I said incorporate. Lyoto Machida is a phenom. He's a master of his craft. He's a badass no matter what he studies. You can't point to the masters to illustrate something's efficacy. You need to look to the novice. Look at a guy who's been doing karate for 6 months versus a guy who's been doing wrestling or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for 6 months. What do you think is going to happen?
So are you saying it's a complete waste of time to train karate? Check it out.
Of course not. Karate has its place. And this is my favorite part of the video because all the angry little dorks have already left their angry little dork comment down below without watching the whole video to get to the real point. You can develop crisp, powerful strikes. There's a lot of things in karate, really viable techniques with a lot of utility, but we're talking in the context of a fight, not a Muay Thai guy in a Kyokushin match with a Kyokushin guy. He lost because of the rules, but he beat the dude's ass because he punched him in the face a little bit one time.
Sometimes I wear these gloves, even when I'm not punching anything in the video. Check them out.
If you're only interested in self-defense, I just think karate is missing too many pieces of that puzzle. I think that your time would be better spent doing something else.
But I've got this stick and this towel. Check it out.
If you're a career martial artist or a professional fighter and you're using karate as your base and you're incorporating other things to make a complete game, as long as you're sparring regularly and someone can punch you in the face or grab you and you don't know which it's going to be, you're going to figure out what'll work and you can make karate work for you. Plus, the 2 biggest benefits to karate. 1, when you tell people you do karate, the conversation's over. You don't tell them you do karate and then them say, oh, is that like karate? That's what the rest of us have to do. And you could get your black belt before puberty.